Dear learners, welcome to my online class. How are you? Hope you are all fit and fine by the grace of Almighty God. I am Polashan, Assistant Headmaster of Mijapur High School. Today I will discuss with you about clause and its classification. Dear learners, you know clause is a very important grammatical tools. Without having sound knowledge about it, you can't write English smoothly or correctly. So, dear learners, I would like to discuss with you clause and its classification. First, you should know what is clause. I will write the definition of clause in English and in Bengali. So first I would like to write in English the definition of clause. So clause is a group of words containing a subject and a predicate. So dear learners, I have written the definition of clause. Clause is a group of words containing a subject and predicate. Here, a group of words. What does clause contain? Clause contain a group of words which has a subject and a predicate. So dear learners, if someone asks you what is clause, you have to tell the definition. Clause is a group of words containing a subject and predicate. For your better understanding, I would like to write the definition in Bengali. So dear learners, I have written here the definition of clause in Bengali. You can follow this definition in Bengali. Dear learners, if you want to be a smart learner or if you want to be a good learner, you should learn the definition both in English and in Bengali. Those who are among of you, those who are not able to learn the definition in English, you can follow this Bengali. So, dear learners, I have written a sentence which has two clauses. First one is Rahman says. This is one clause, and second one is that I am his friend. This is another clause. So by the combination of two clauses, we can get a meaningful sentence, and this is a complex sentence. So dear learners, what I told you in my definition, the definition is that a clause is a group of words containing a subject and predicate. You see here, in every clause you will get subject. In first clause you will get subject, this is the Rahman. In second clause also you will get subject I. So the rest of the part and his friend, the rest of the part will be predicate. So this is clear to you, the definition of clause. So dear learners, you will learn the clause both in English and in Bengali. It will be very good for you if you follow both the definition in English and Bengali. Dear learners, I am writing now the classification of clause. I am writing now the classification of clause. Dear learners, we can classify clause into two parts. First one is principal clause and the second one is subordinate clause. So these two clauses we will use to make a simple, to make a sentence, to make a meaningful sentence. I mean, you can make complex sentence or you can make simple sentence to use this clause. So dear learners, first, principal clause, it has another name. This is an independent clause. This is it has another name. This is independent clause. This is principal clause. This is main clause or main clause. This is called independent clause or this is called principal clause and this is subordinate clause. So I will now write the definition of principal clause with example. You will watch or you will see the sentence, you will read the sentence very carefully to understand which one is principal clause, which one is subordinate clause. So dear learners, before going to know about principal clause or before going to know about the definition of principal clause, you should know what does it contain. I mean, what does principal clause contain? What does principal clause has? What does it has? It has a subject, a feeling verb. You can write object or predicate. So dear learners, I have written here the principal clause contain a subject, a finite verb, an object. So if you put, no need to write this object, you can write here a subject, a finite verb, so dear learners, I told you what does the principal clause has. The principal clause has a subject, a meaning verb, and able to express its meaning clearly. Able to express its meaning clearly without depending other clause. So dear learners, principal clause has a subject, a finite verb, and it's also able to express its meaning clearly without depending other clause. So dear learners, if you put these three things together, you will get a nice definition of principal clause. First one, you can write the subject, the clause which has the clause which has a subject, the clause which has a subject, a finite verb, the clause which has a subject, a finite verb, and able to express its meaning and able to express its meaning clearly is called principal clause. So dear learners, what does it contain? What does it has? What does principal clause has? Principal clause has a subject, a finite verb, and able to express its meaning clearly without depending on the clause. That's why you can write the definition clearly. The clause which has a subject, a finite verb, and able to express its meaning clearly is called principal clause. Dear learners, I am writing now an example of principal clause. I'll show you principal clause from a meaningful sentence. Example: everybody knows that everybody loves him, or everybody likes him. Everybody likes him because he is very simple. Everybody likes him because he is very simple. So dear learners, from this sentence we have to find out principal clause. Principal clause, this is a principal clause. If you separate this clause from the sentence, it is able to express its meaning clearly. That's why here everybody likes him is a principal clause. If you separate or if you detach this clause, if you detach this part of sentence from this whole sentence, it's able to express its meaning clearly. It does not depend on other clause. That's why you can say you say that this is a principal clause. So dear learners, I am going to write or I am going to define subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. What does subordinate clause contain, or what does it has? Subordinate clause has a subject, a finite verb, and without depending on principal clause, it cannot express its meaning. It cannot express its meaning. So dear learners, if you put these three things together, subject, finite verb, and without depending on principal clause, it cannot express its meaning. If you put these three things together, you will get a nice definition of subordinate clause. I am giving an example. So dear learners, the clause which has a subject, a finite verb, and without depending on principal clause, it cannot express its meaning, is called subordinate clause. It's called subordinate clause. So dear learners, I am trying an example. Similar example I can add here. Everybody likes him because he is very simple. So dear learners, which one is subordinate clause here? Everybody likes him. I told you at the time of giving definition of principal clause, I told you everybody likes him is a principal clause because he is very simple. This clause, I mean this part of sentence, completely depends on this clause according to the meaning of sentence. That's why we can say, or you can identify, because he is a very simple, this is a subordinate clause. So dear learners, no more today. I have showed here how to identify principal clause or how to identify subordinate clause, as well as I showed here the definition of clause and its classification. You will do exercise from your exercise book at home. No more today. Take care of you. Thank you. Goodbye.
কে একটা বারবার ফোন করতেছিল, আমি বলছি স্যারের ক্লাসে শেষ দিন নাকি আপনার মোবাইলে